Like Granddaddy Charles used to say, look at here. Here's a trip, dog. Nah, I'm playing. Anyway, I want to talk about something. May he rest in peace. The centerpiece in my detox messages is all about us letting go of our expectations. Sometimes I think the world has told us, and religion especially has told us, all the things we should expect. And society is doing it too. That's also why we have so much tension, so much stress, so much deep-seated anger and resentment towards each other. As a society, I mean, even when you look at churches too, I couldn't even drive down the street to just go to the park without seeing 5 different camps. This church, that church. We fight each other about theology. And it's the same God. End of the day, we're still supposed to care about each other. I think when our expectations go unfulfilled, there's a reason why. Learning it's because we're supposed to learn to accept our differences instead of trying to change people. Where the last thing the world needs is more Christians trying to change people. People have enough shame as it is. They don't need more. A lot of times it's just unnecessary, you know? Thank y'all for watching my videos. Detox therapy is when you have an addiction, mine was sugar. Sometimes you can get used to getting what you want, start to expect it. When my body is hooked on sugar, it's filled with it. Accumulation over time. I want this. I want that. You flush all that out of your system, your body craves it, but it was never nourishing you in the first place. To substitute it with something healthy, to give my body what it needed, not what it wanted. In the same way, we can get addicted to getting what we want. Sometimes our adult expectations are just our old childhood cravings we use to try to cope what we were really lacking. There's no nutritional value in sugar. I didn't even know what my body needed until I finally went without it. Without sugar, that is. Sometimes we don't know what our psychological and our emotional needs are if we continue to get our expectations met. I'm not talking about healthy boundaries. I'm talking about stuff that has no substantial value in our life. And this, I want that. Self-indulgence, and we justify it calling it self-love. Stuff we want, we don't need. We really need to just save that money. That's real self-love. Instead of paying everybody else, I pay myself. To talk about what we deserve and about our worth. Same money that we use on indulgence, if it just stayed in our account, that's me saying I'm a priority. I matter. You pay yourself. Nobody else thinks so. Truth, nobody else was supposed to. Nobody else is going to do that for me. That's my job. Get your sense of self-respect back instead of demanding that from other people. Blaming it on race, blaming it on gender. Even though there are valid issues there, it makes you honest with yourself. Even though I love sweets, what's sweeter is knowing that I got cushion and comfort in the bank in the event of an emergency or if stuff pops off or if stuff hits the fan. Self-respect is a lot sweeter. That's what I needed. Eating yogurt and fruit was a whole lot better for me than eating doggone crumble cookies. It's better for your teeth too. The longer I go without that sugar and the longer I go with the new substitutes, giving my body exactly what I needed, all that toxicity is gradually released out of my body. Sometimes us not getting what we want or what we expect helps us discover what we really need. Respect, acceptance, significance. Nobody else owes us any of that. Don't get me wrong, it's hard transitioning out of that place because as children, we look to our parents or we look to our parental figures to give us what we need. Protection, acceptance, significance, even purpose. We all wanted that look in our mom or dad's eyes that says, I'm proud of you. Fortunately, some of us have gone so long without that 20, 30 years. So to compensate for what we were missing, we self-medicate. Last thing we need is some Christian talking about that's what separates us from God. No, talking about how that's not God's way. We lost our way. Too many of us were left without guidance. We all been trying to figure it out the best way we know how. We'll pick up the pieces and try to make something good out of that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing any trauma or any abuse, especially stuff from childhood. I think we all have, and I think it's good to have that point in our life where we find ourselves on the other side. That time where we say, I'm never going to be like this. I'm never going to be like this. And we end up just like it. It breaks the ego. All we're left with is our humanity. From that place that we can then understand somebody else. We don't excuse it, but we can't really judge.